Like other great athletes, premier footballers should pay as much attention to their nutrition as they do their football trials. There are a lot more attention paid these days to a player's diet and how it affects their performance than there used to be. To perform at their peak on the field, football players must consume the proper nutrients appropriately and in the correct proportions. We can all learn a thing or two from their diets, whether we're pounding out a HIIT exercise at the gym or sprinting through a field for 90 minutes at a time. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today, we'll be looking at what football players actually eat. Yeah, you heard it right. So, let's start our video. What are the best carb sources for a professional footballer? Carbohydrate examples include oats, cereal, pasta, rice, couscous, potatoes, wraps, bread, beans, flavored yogurt, fruit juice, and fresh fruit to meet the needs of their football trials. An additional carbohydrate snack, such as a granola bar, flapjack, or banana, should be had 60 minutes before starting the race to refuel the body's glycogen stores. There are several advantages to this strategy when playing for an entire 90 minutes. Eating before a match. Before a professional football trial, the objective is to maximize muscle and liver glycogen storage and replenish blood glucose levels. The consumption of high GL foods within an hour of exercise has been shown in studies to reduce fasting blood glucose levels. The body produces an insulin overrun, which helps muscles take off blood sugar. Low blood sugar results from this. For the pre-match dinner, the same holds. Low-fat tomato spaghetti, baked beans, or scrambled eggs with bread and fresh fruit juice like orange or apple are all possible options. Try some grilled fish or poultry and some veggies to go along with the carbs. Even if nerves are a concern, players should have this meal at least 3 hours before starting to prepare the body for a football match. Priority is given to the digestion of stomach contents before they become destructive. As a result, the digestive tract receives more blood, which is terrible news for the muscles, which soon need more blood flow. Anxiety and nausea are the body's attempt to stop the activity and divert blood flow back to the stomach when playing with an empty stomach. Only a sports drink consumed 5 to 10 minutes before kickoff is an exception to the rule of taking carbs right before a game. Eating after the match. International football players can consume as many as 200 to 250 grams of carbs throughout one match. As soon as they can, they'll need to refill those stocks. Having more than one match in a week or a lot of intense training makes it even more crucial for football trials in London. High GL foods can and should be part of a large, high carbohydrate meal that is eaten within 2 hours. After a game, munch on some bananas, dried fruits, and peanuts. Many simple carbs like white bread, spaghetti, potatoes, and rice will be served as a main course for a few hours later. Even under ideal conditions, it can take up to 20 hours to completely replenish the body's glycogen reserves. Players who train 5 or 6 days a week should be aware of the ramifications of this. Carbohydrate replenishment during training sessions becomes critical in this situation. In this situation, high carbohydrate beverages can be beneficial for football matches. The diet plan of a professional football player. There's too much fat and not enough whole grain carbs in the typical Western diet, and so it is unhealthy. Fresh fruits and whole grains like brown rice and pasta, potatoes, wholemeal bread, and high-fiber cereals should make up 60% to 65% of a soccer player's daily carbohydrate intake for football academy matches. About 20% to 25% of your total calories should be fat. Good fats, monounsaturated, polyunsaturated omega-3 fatty acids like those found in oily fish like salmon, avocado, olive oil, and raw almonds should make up the bulk of your diet, not roasted or salted. For the remainder of a soccer player's diet, protein should come from fish, chicken, low-fat milk, and lean red meat to get ready for open football matches. Carbs and proteins. A player must incorporate carbohydrates and proteins into the daily intake to maintain a healthy diet for soccer training. In addition to providing you with a boost of energy, they assist your body to recuperate and rebuild itself after training or a match. One of the simplest methods to gain the energy you need to play for 90 minutes is to have a bowl of whole grain pasta a few hours before the game. Lean white meat and oily fish like salmon and mackerel and poultry and turkey are excellent protein sources. In general, avoid eating a lot of fat by eating whole grain pasta, bread, and rice. Keep away from white potatoes and processed carbohydrates such as white bread. Fruit and vegetables. If you're an athlete, you need to eat many fruits and veggies. Those of you who don't like to will have to be won over time. Getting acclimated to the nice stuff doesn't take long. Stick with it for a few weeks and you'll start to appreciate the flavor. Truly, they should be a regular part of your diet because of the high nutritional value. Fiber and nutrients. The most important meal of the day is without a doubt breakfast. As a young football player, you must have a nutritious breakfast every day to ensure that you're properly fueled for a match or training session. Porridge is an excellent source of fiber and a slow-releasing carbohydrate. Add fruit, but not sugar or syrup, to receive one of your 7 to 9 daily servings of fruit. For morning porridge, you may use frozen fruit bags from stores. Frozen fruit is easy to store, has a long shelf life, and has the same fiber and nutrients as fresh fruits. Several helpful breakfast options include whole grain toasted bread with a low cholesterol fat spread. Water drinks. One of the most important things to remember is drinking enough water. The typical professional footballer consumes between 2 and 2.5 liters of fluid each day on average. If at all feasible, strive to achieve that standard. You lose fluids and perspiration when you strain yourself during physical activity. It's possible to become dehydrated if you don't rehydrate yourself regularly. Carbohydrates and electrolytes are provided via isotonic sports drinks, which you should consume both during and after exercise. To stave off tiredness, try one of these beverages. And that's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section down below. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the following video with some more of the latest updates, and until then, stay tuned.